I mean, there are reports that you're making more than $500,000 a month. I believe much of that coming from Twitch.
Congratulations on getting people to pay so much money that you're bringing in more than $500,000 in revenue a month for people to watch you play video games.
And I'm sure it was tough to convince your parents that there was really a business model for this.
Where is most of your income coming from, and how important is Twitch becoming in this gaming ecosystem?
Right.
You might be wondering how this guy from Lake Villa, Illinois got here by playing video games. And you may also be wondering how the hell he was able to get Drake to play video games with him to an audience of 600,000. Well, it's all thanks, in part, to Twitch. But before Twitch was helping to put gamers in headlines and turning them into celebrities, it was just one kid with a webcam trying to become the world's biggest reality TV mogul. In 2007, two Yale students, Justin Kahn and Emmett Shear, launched Justin TV based on a simple idea.
We should produce a live reality TV show. It's technically possible now. It's really easy.
It was backed by Y Combinator, a startup accelerator and seed capital firm owned by Paul Graham and Robert Morris.
I remember Robert said, "I'll fund that just to see you make a fool of yourself." And so then we walked out of there with a check for $50,000, and that was it.
The website generated instant interest. Thousands of people flocked to the site to, as the original slogan for Justin TV says, waste time watching other people waste time.
That's right, you could see me, getting a cab to come here and then sitting in the studio with you, and then after this I'm going kickboxing.
People were surprisingly interested in the idea, but there was one fatal flaw.
One of my main learnings was that you really, really, really have to edit down weeks of content in order to get hours of content. We had an hour of content per hour of viewership, which meant it was really boring.
And so the viewers started asking for more entertaining content. And some viewers even went as far as to take their entertainment into their own hands.
Who's here? Somebody get stabbed in the chest in here?
No. Shit. All right.
Who called?
No, I did not call. It's probably someone spoofing our phone number as a prank.
Yes, that was the first ever documented swatting prank caught on camera, and it all started on the hit new 24/7 reality show, Justin TV.
You also were telling us that you get a lot of requests, and what are the top 3 requests that you get for people who are watching for you, what they want you to do?
Well, most people are like, "Justin, get off your computer, go talk to girls. Get off your computer, go talk to girls."
With an overwhelming amount of the viewership asking for more entertaining content, Justin began to adapt and evolve the content of his life cast. He began taking different classes, going on dates, and even became more spontaneous in his daily activities. But people still wanted more.
I was a life caster, and you sat and watched me.
iJustine was a far more interesting person to watch compared to Justin. But more important than that, she became the first member of what would eventually be the biggest network of lifecasters in the world.
This is Justin from Justin.tv. With Justin TV, you can watch, broadcast, and share live video and chat with other viewers. Check out the directory for what's live right now, the schedule for what's coming on soon, and the clips page for recent video highlights. To start broadcasting, please click the large red button in the upper right-hand corner.
But while Justin TV looked to be constantly evolving on the surface, the company was facing serious financial problems behind the scenes. Up to this point, the company's monetization plan was based on product placement sponsorships with companies like Zipcar, Ball's Energy Drink, and even Shia LaBeouf's movie Disturbia. But these sponsorships weren't doing enough to offset the costs associated with running a business of this scale. What eventually saved them was the advancements they made in streaming technology.
Turns out we are pretty good technologists and pretty bad entertainers.
In the several months that the team had been working to broadcast Justin's life, their software brought the cost of live streaming down to half a penny per hour, a cost that was cheap enough to serve constant video to the masses as an ad-supported business. With the ability to serve ads, Justin TV fully transitioned into an open network of streamers.
Aloha from Hawaii, what's up?
From the Jonas Brothers to cooking to sports and beyond, Justin TV would become the platform for anyone, anywhere to create content the way they wanted to. Between 2008 and 2009, Justin TV more than tripled its monthly traffic, boasted a broadcaster base of over 30,000 streamers, and was quickly becoming the place to go for daily entertainment. However, Justin TV's growth began to stagnate going into 2010. Copyright issues with the streaming of cable sporting events and the broadcast of a 19-year-old bipolar teen, Abraham Biggs' suicide, forced Justin TV to police its content more heavily, and its once vibrant user base started to fall off.
That's the trough of sorrow. We'd grown for quite a while, but we didn't really understand why we were growing, other than we'd built this cool thing. We really liked it. We thought it was cool, and when we let other people use it, it grew and grew and grew until it didn't.
Nevertheless, the Justin TV team was determined to make the website great. They just didn't know how. That's when Emmett chimed in with an odd idea.
I thought, what if we just focused on growing gaming? I actually hadn't thought of creating a separate site yet. I just thought, this is the great content. I want to grow that part of the site.
Focusing on gaming content seemed like a terrible idea.
It was very counterintuitive, right? Because you would think that gaming was this very small niche. Luckily, we're building into a niche that was growing quite big, and now everyone's talking about eSports and eSports viewership and people watching games and interacting with people online through games. But that wasn't the case in 2011 when we started working on it.
But Emmett, as an avid gamer himself, really identified with the community and was convinced that it was something worth pursuing, especially because StarCraft 2 had just been released.
Hell, it's about time.
Gaming and esports content was often much more controlled than your classic webcam streams, had little to no risk of copyright infringements, and most importantly, had a dedicated niche fan base desperately searching for a platform.
Emmett really harps on this whole ecosystem that is competitive gaming, and where we fit in there is not only as a live streaming infrastructure to deliver the live gameplay to the viewers around the world, but we really see ourselves fitting in to this really supporting both players and commentators. I mean, the whole ecosystem of competitive sports is just like any other spectator sport. You have players, you have coaches, you have commentators, you have leagues, you have production companies, and you need that whole ecosystem to survive. And
Cyber Sports Network.
That's right. We've got Cyber Sports Network doing coverage, and we really see ourselves fitting in where we can support the live streaming, but not only that, actually help players and commentators make a living off of competitive gaming.
So the engineers at Justin TV began to provide a wide range of supportive tools for the gaming community, viewer and streamers alike. And by the summer of 2011, the gaming section had exceeded all preconceived expectations. With the immense growth of its gaming section, Justin and Emmett decided that the community deserved its very own website, Twitch TV.
That new brand was really about saying, hey, we're here to be a platform for gamers. We're here to be not just any other video live streaming platform, something that's going to be hyper specialized around live streaming gaming.
And when Twitch launched in 2011, it truly changed the game. Hyper focused on the needs of the broadcaster first, the platform brought with it a ton of features like a partnership program in which gamers and tournaments share in the advertising revenue generated on their video streams, and a subscription service which allowed for the subscriber to unlock special features and exclusive content, were all innovations of the creative minds behind Justin TV. It didn't take long for Twitch to become the premier gaming and esports entertainment website on the planet. With Twitch as the go-to esports events platform, esports viewership would skyrocket along with its user base. League of Legends, the most popular game at the time, consistently broke its own Twitch viewership records year after year, from 210,000 concurrent viewers in 2011 to 1.1 million concurrent viewers in 2012 and 11 million in 2013.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Season 3 World Championship Final!
As esports and gaming grew, so did Twitch. from a measly 3.5 million monthly users in 2011 to over 20 million users in 2012, and then over 45 million users by 2013, Twitch's growth was more than just unbelievably fast. For most people, it was simply unbelievable.
If you said 10 years ago that people would be literally watching live as someone else played a video game, and that would be an enormous video business, no one would have believed you.
They were telling me the numbers of viewers they were getting, and I swore that there was a decimal point off. There's no way they could be talking about 400,000 viewers and 1 million, just really big, like network broadcast kind of viewership in these things.
Twitch continued to surpass all expectations into 2014, and at 100 million unique monthly viewers, Amazon bought out the world's premier gaming entertainment service for just shy of $1 billion.
A very interesting acquisition for them, as you can see them trying to build up their streaming video business. There is possibly nothing hotter in streaming video, and I will include Netflix in that, nothing hotter than Twitch, doing 42 billion minutes, actually 42 million users.
Hang on,
in
there's
the last
nothing
quarter.
hotter in streaming video.
Yeah, I think that's the case, and I really think that the
Including
volume,
everything.
Including everything.
The most popular streamers began pulling in tens of thousands of viewers, providing entertainment that broke down the fourth wall with its interactive chat system and the ability to earn a living from playing video games.
And you blow them up like, what the fuck? Support is so easy, dude.
But even with the confidence of one of the world's biggest brands, the general public still remains skeptical of the power of Twitch. Esports and gaming culture continued to be seen as only a niche, as nerd culture, and as a waste of time.
And I'm laughing because I can't think of anything less interesting, but
Do you have any statistics of how many of those people also go to Star Trek conventions?
I need to understand. Who are these people? Is it attendees of Comic-Con?
Whether the general public would acknowledge it or not, Twitch continued to grow its brand, and the streamers that put out great content gained unprecedented amounts of fame and wealth. In 2014 and 2015, guys like I'm a Cutie Pie, Syndicate, and Summit1G pulled in tens of thousands of viewers at a time, from subscriptions to donations to ad revenue, and the ability to diversify their income with YouTube, merchandise, and sponsorships. The everyday Twitch streamer began making more than just a humble living. They were becoming something much bigger.
Good morning. Welcome to TwitchCon 2015.
Twitch continues to grow to this day, and although it has over 2 million active streamers now, it's guys like Ninja who are truly living the dream. Having reached 150,000 subscribers, Ninja reportedly makes around $500,000 a month, meaning he's on pace to earn $6 million in just 1 year.
My dick, let's get it. Cash.
Twitch today is breaking down the traditional barriers of what it means to be in entertainment. It's making millionaires and celebrities out of its most popular streamers, while blurring the lines between TV star, entertainer, and gamer.
Got it, baby.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. If you want more great content just like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button.